Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with lesson number 7 from Science and Technology part 2. Now see, in the lesson we have to see different food chain and food webs, then the energy pyramid and different biogeochemical cycles, that is carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle and oxygen cycle. Alright, now before going to the lesson, see in the lesson name the energy flow in an ecosystem word is given. So we have to learn first about the ecosystem. What is ecosystem? In previous classes you have learned about ecosystem. Okay, so we will collect some previous knowledge first. Now we will see first what is mean by ecosystem. Now the simple definition of ecosystem is this is the interaction between abiotic and biotic factors, or in simple way we have to make a definition of ecosystem is that the place where biotic and abiotic factors lives together and there is interaction between them. So now about question number 1 we will see in the detail which are the biotic and abiotic factors in the ecosystem. Now see, I am writing some of the factors which are present in an ecosystem and thereafter we will separate which are biotic factors and which are abiotic factors. Now see, I am writing here some factors, that is sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, nutrients and minerals. Then plants and animals. All these factors are present in an environment, and here is a list of mixed all abiotic and biotic factor. Now we will separate biotic and abiotic factor. Now see, here biotic factors are plants and animals. Plants, animals are biotic factor. Now, on other hand, abiotic factors are all these different factors: sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, nutrients and minerals. All are abiotic factors. Alright. Sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, different nutrients which are present in the environment and in the soil, and minerals. Now, the ecosystem is made up of all these factors. So, in simple way, we will define ecosystem as ecosystem is an interaction between living and non-living factors. Now see, I have written here living and non-living factor. In simple word, we can mention living word for biotic factor and non-living word for abiotic factor. Abiotic factor means non-living factor, or simple way non-living thing, and biotic factors are living things or living organism or living factors. So this is about the ecosystem. Now which are the different types of ecosystem? Now see, there are different types of ecosystem. This also we have learned in previous classes. On the basis of previous knowledge, the ecosystem are of different type. The main two types are land or terrestrial ecosystem, and second type is aquatic ecosystem. There are two major types: land or terrestrial ecosystem and aquatic ecosystem. In land ecosystem, different ecosystems are again we can calculate or we can write depend on the percentage of biotic and abiotic factor present over there in a particular ecosystem. There are different types of ecosystem in land ecosystem. So first is forest ecosystem, then next is grassland ecosystem, third is evergreen ecosystem, fourth is desert ecosystem, and many more again we can see. So in our class last year we will see these ecosystem, and in previous classes you have learned evergreen and grassland ecosystem if you remember it. Now in case of aquatic system there are two types: freshwater ecosystem, freshwater and marine ecosystem, freshwater ecosystem and marine water ecosystem, marine water ecosystem. Now in freshwater there is less amount of salts are present, and in marine water quite higher level of salts are present. Okay, so this is about the question number 2. Now third is how do interaction takes place between biotic and abiotic factor. This also we have to see. Now about biotic and abiotic factor just now we have learned. So about third question we will see now. So see some abiotic factors again I am writing here. Abiotic factors. Just now we have separate the biotic and abiotic factors. Okay. So different abiotic factors are sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, then different nutrients and minerals which are present in the surrounding or in an environment. Now all these factors are used by plants. All these factors are used by plant, and plants are biotic factor. Just now I have told you. Now see, by using all these processes, plant produce food. There is production of food, and the process is called as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. The process is photosynthesis. This everyone knows. Now see how the abiotic factor and biotic factors are interacted between each other or connect between each other, or there is connection between them. So without abiotic factor or biotic factor, the energy can't flow from one stage to another stage. This again further we have to study after this. Now this is the simple relation I show here in between abiotic and biotic factor. Now we will see the next topic now, energy flow in an ecosystem. Now see, to study energy flow in an ecosystem, we have to see all the different trophic level which are present in an ecosystem. Now see, our next topic is energy flow in an ecosystem. Before going to this topic, we have to see first different trophic levels in an or of an ecosystem. Now see, just now I told you what is the relation between biotic and abiotic factor. In that we have studied plants are the producer as they produced food for all remaining living organism, and different all the organism or animals are the consumers. Remaining are consumers. All animals which depend on the plant are consumers. Level of an ecosystem. Now, before going to energy flow in an ecosystem, we have to learn different trophic level of an ecosystem. Then only we can learn the energy flow from one stage to other stage. Now, by using different abiotic factors, plant produces their food, and those who directly or indirectly depend on the producers are called as consumers. Consumers are all the animals, those who depend on plants. Okay. Now we will see the different stages of an ecosystem or the trophic level in an ecosystem or of an ecosystem. Now see, the animals, those who depend directly on the plants are called as primary consumer. Those who depend on plants or autotrophs or producers are called as primary consumers. Different examples of primary consumers are grasshopper, then we can take goat, then we can take squirrel, then we can take elephant. So different examples of primary consumers are grasshopper, squirrel, then goat, elephant, etc. These directly depend on the herbs or plant, so they are called as herbivorous animals. Now, those who depend on herbivorous are called as secondary consumers. Depend on herbivorous. Depend on herbivorous are called as secondary consumers. Different examples are owl we can take, frog we can take fox, you can add snake here. So these are the different secondary consumer. Now they depend on herbivorous, so they are called as carnivorous. Carnivorous animals. So now those who depend on secondary consumers are called as apex or top consumer. Now those who depend on carnivorous are called as top or apex consumer. Different examples are tiger and lion. Now, no other animal depend on apex or top consumer. Keep in mind, no other animal is depend on tiger or lion. No other animal feed on these both. So, these are top consumer. Now, next stage or next level is omnivorous. Who are the omnivorous? Omnivorous are called as mixed consumer, as they depend on herbivorous as well as carnivorous animals. These all are depend on herbivorous animal or carnivorous animal, so they are called as mixed consumers. Different examples are, we can take humans, then we can take example of bear. They need both herb and different carnivorous for their food. So These are the different trophic levels of an ecosystem. Okay. Now by using this different trophic level, we will see one simple food chain. Now there are different food chains going on in an ecosystem. So we will start with simple food chain so that we can understand how the producers and plants, and there is connection between plants and animals together. So this we will see by simple food chain. Now we will see simple food chain so that we can understand how there is interaction between abiotic and biotic factors and how energy flows from one level to another level. So food chain or food web. Now in the food chain, firstly we have to take plants. Depend on plants, the primary producer we will take, that is grasshopper. Those who depend on grasshopper, we will take secondary consumer, frog. Then those who depend on secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, also we can take as a carnivorous, that is snake. Now snake is the food of eagle. Okay. Now this is the food chain. Now when eagle get die, there should be decomposition of this eagle, and for that there are different micro organisms or fungus should react on the dead eagle so that energy can release again back to the environment. Now see, plant produces food by using different abiotic factor, means different abiotic factors are used from the environment. So plant produces food by using plant. Grasshopper feed on them, then frog depend on the grasshopper, then snake depend on the frog. Now snake is the food of eagle, and now after the death of eagle, whatever the energy has transferred from plant to grasshopper, then grasshopper to frog, then frog to snake, snake to eagle. Now this energy is stored in this eagle. Understand? So this all energy which was used by plants from the abiotic factor, this get transmitted by this way and it is stored here. Now this should be released so that it will get back to again the nature or the environment. So for that there should be action of decomposers or microorganism, and then by their action energy get again released to the nature so that there is a balance of the energy in the environment. This should take place. So the special role played by the microorganism or the saprotrophs in the food chain, and in this way energy transferred from one stage to or one level to another level. And such kind of food chain you also can make by different ways. This is simple linear food chain so that we can understand how the prey and predators are connected with each other. Now see, here grasshopper is the prey for frog. So frog is the predator. Now the frog is the prey for the snake. So snake is predator. In this way we have to understand. Now sometime what happen? A single organism or an insect could be the prey for different animal. For example, insect those who depend on plants could be the prey for different animals such as birds, wall lizard, then in what we can say snake, then frog. Now insect is the prey here and all they are predators. All they are predators. So if such kind of food chains are there, then they are called as intricate food chain or food web. Food chain or food web. So such food webs are also going on in an ecosystem. So this is about the different food chain and food web. You try to make different food chain by your own by taking different examples which are given in our textbook. So here we end the topic. Goodbye.